So we're going to start working on our cylinder head. The first thing you want to do is remove the valve shim bucket. You want to try to keep them in order when you take them out. Alright, with the bucket removed, you can see the top of the valve. Right here I've got a couple components from another engine just so you can see what's inside. So you've got the springs, the spring seat, the valve, and the cotters. So if you put that all together, it's the force of the spring that's keeping everything in place. To get the valve out, we're going to have to take the cotters out. To take the cotters out, you have to compress the spring. In order to do that, we're going to use a valve spring compressor. So I'm going to put this on its side, and this is pretty much like a big C-clamp. There we go. So as you can see, the spring is compressed and I have access to the cotters. Alright, with the spring compressed, you can now see the cotters. So you remove them. There's one. There's other. Alright, so with the cotters out, you can slowly relieve the tension on the springs. With the valve removed, you can see the seal, so go ahead and pull that out. There it is. To put the new seal in, we're going to use a 10mm 12-point socket. When you put it on there, the socket contacts the metal, but it doesn't touch the spring or the seal. So with a light hammer, I'm going to give it some really light taps. Make sure it's centered all on there. Take your time. Make sure it seats on there. Now that we got our new seal in, we can go ahead and reassemble. Put the valve in and make sure the spring didn't pop off. Put your two springs in the spring seat. And then to put the cotters on, you want to go ahead and use your spring compression tool. Once you have that on there, you can go ahead and put your cotter pieces on. Alright, with the cotters properly installed, you want to slowly release tension. And you're done. Now you want to repeat the process with the rest of your valves. Instead of using the valve compressor tool, you can use a 19mm socket. If you center it over there and hit it really hard with a hammer. And as you can see, they will pop out. There we go. And go ahead and do the same thing. Take your springs out, take your valves out, and replace. I've gone and replaced all of the seals on the valves, and before I go on, I just want to show you why the O-rings are really important. So you have the stud that goes through there, and you have then the copper washer and then that nut. There's actually oil that's flowing right around there. Now if you look in there, there's actually a passage that goes sort of at an angle, and it'll come out right here. So when oil's traveling there, the oil will come out here and oil the camshaft. If you don't have that, that'll lock up. So you want to make sure you have your O-ring there so that you have enough pressure to get that oil flowing. And to show that, I'm going to block off this area, and I'm going to have compressed air shot in there, and you will see the air coming at my glove. Just like that. Alright, now that the new seals are in, you want to go ahead and put the buckets in. If you had it oriented a certain way, you can bring that back.